Welcome to St. Lucie Public Schools. This is your Transportation Department Training and Development.
This training session will outline what is needed to support the FEFP reporting process. This training is open to all drivers. However, if they have not yet completed it in the past, it is mandatory. Those required to take it will receive a letter indicating such. They will need to check their mailboxes. Do not input any extra worksheets. Celeste will run the completion report from Safe Schools and enter in all the training pay. Drivers have been instructed to not turn in an extra worksheet, and there is no need to email or print the certificates. If they would like to confirm they have completed the course, you can send them to me. Pre-write-in sheets will be available in the driver's lounges at all compounds. Be sure these are turned in by the deadline listed on the sheet. We will add what we can to the FEFP bubble sheets before we print them for the count. The counting process begins on Monday, February 5th. Please be sure to distribute all FEFP folders to your staff. If a substitute is covering the route, please document who you gave the folder to. Reports are due to you no later than Friday, February 9th after the AM runs. And reports are due to me no later than Friday at the end of the day. We need enough time to reconcile the data before sending to the state of Florida, so folders must be turned in on time. I will provide everyone a spreadsheet of your drivers to help you track. Here's some important information to keep in mind when you're checking your staff's reports. Pen or pencil is okay to complete the FEFP report. And I can print a new sheet if they made errors on the page or it gets damaged. Please check over every page in the folder for completed bubbles, printed names, signatures, and dates. Anything incomplete will be returned and will jeopardize meeting deadlines. Have student cards available for the drivers to distribute to riders. These can help take the guests out of the game. I will ensure each compound has plenty to put in the drivers' lounges. Please review every folder before submitting into me. Check every page for printed name and signatures. You'll notice the date is already pre-populated. In the event it's not pre-populated, please date it for the last day of the count. Make sure the bubbles are clearly marked under the first day the student rode the bus. We only need one day bubbled. If they rode multiple days of the week, we still only need to fill in the first day the student rode. Make sure the center section is not bubbled in, as we cannot scan and count those. Only the days of the week should be bubbled. Also check write-in sheets for printed names and signatures. You'll notice that the date is pre-populated for you. However, in the event it's not there, just date it for the last day of the count. If the form is not legible, please get with your driver, as we have to take this information and manually add it into the final count report. If we're unable to read the info, we may lose funding for those students. Drivers should be listing the 562 numbers, but if they do not have it, we are able to look them up. Please make sure that column is clear for us. No need to list birthdays, phone numbers, or addresses, as we don't search by that. And if they have a rider that rides after they turn in their FEFP report, they can just list them on a write-in sheet. Only drivers who have middays will have a midday sheet in their folder. The midday sheets look exactly like bubble sheets, except we print them in a different color. Please check those for signature, printed name, and the date. Again, if the date is not pre-populated, just date it for the last day of the count. We will need your help to support this process. So we'll need you to make daily FEFP radio reminders, reminding them that the deadline is Friday, February 9th after their AM run, meaning before they go out on their PM run. Print and sign every page in the folder, and that their handwriting needs to be clear on all the write-in sheets.
Here are some common questions and answers that we've seen in the past. Question: what if I have a student that always rides, but just happens to not ride all week? Can I just mark him as road? Absolutely not. This is considered falsifying information and can cost us a penalty. That is why there is multiple counts. We'll just catch him or her on the next count. Question: what if I turn in my report and a student shows up to ride that hasn't rode all week? How do I mark her? Not a problem. Just grab a blank write-in sheet. There are some in the driver's lounge. Just make sure you turn it into your area manager as soon as you complete it, and we'll get the student added. Question: do I have to wait until Friday to turn in my report if I'm finished with it sooner? No. If you can complete your report before Friday, please turn it into your area manager as soon as you complete it. That helps us get a head start on the final count. Question: my bubble sheet got damaged. Who can help me? Your area manager should always be your first point of contact. However, Ms. Cruz can assist with anything related to FEFP. And when in doubt, put them on your write-in sheet. We can exclude any duplicates on the final report.
In case you missed it, let's recap. The count week is February 5th through February 9th. We'll open the online training in Safe Schools from January 29th through February 2nd. It is open to drivers only. It's a voluntary training unless they have not yet completed the course in the past. Those required to take it will receive a letter in their mailbox. Please be sure to distribute all your FEFP folders no later than Monday, February 5th. They will get paid 30 minutes of training pay upon completion and passing the quiz. Please do not enter any extra worksheets. Celeste will pull completion reports and enter the training pay based on that. Pre-write-in sheets will be out in the lounges. Turn them in by the deadline listed on the sheets. The East and the North can turn them into Celeste, and the South can turn them into Jennifer Sears. I will be on vacation. The driver deadline for them to turn in their files to area managers is Friday, February 9th, before they go out on their PM run. Be sure you're checking every sheet for printed names, signatures, and dates, including the write-in sheets. Help us by making regular daily radio announcements of the deadline and to sign and date all sheets, as well as writing clear. And finally, the area manager deadline to turn the files into Crystal is Friday, February 9th by the end of the day.
Your training is now complete. Thank you.